Hey, this is Athena, and I am about to demonstrate the difference between the traditional box braid and the knotless box braid. Now, this demonstration is for purposes of understanding the difference between the two. This is not the instructional course. I'm just showing you the differences so that you can explain them to your client. So let's start with the traditional. Typically with the traditional box braids, you'll take the hair out of the package and you want to make sure that the hair is pre-stretched. But you'll take the hair out of the package and you will separate it in terms of the size of the braid, okay? So let's say this one is gonna be kind of small. So this is gonna be the whole piece that I put in at the beginning. So this is not a parting video. Again, this is just a basic how to explain the difference. Now, with the traditional box braids, the hair is parted, of course, and then you're gonna take the piece of hair, and this starts at the root of the braid, at the root of your client's hair. The braid starts at the root. Some people will make a knot with a T that looks like this. Some people don't. I don't use a knot. So one main difference is with traditional box braids, the hair extension starts at the root of the client's hair. It's locked right in, and then the braiding starts immediately. Now, this provides a couple of things that the knotless does not. Number one, it's a stronger braid and it provides longevity, meaning they can wear it longer. But at the end of the appointment, their head may be a little bit sore because you have this artificial hair that is going in one direction, and if they want to pull it up, that's where some of the soreness comes in. But you see the knot at the root of the hair, this is what makes it traditional, okay? So when your client tells you, oh, I'm gonna get box braids and I wanna wear them 2 months or 2.5 months, you want to recommend the traditional box braids because the hair extension provides a longer wear time. Now, moving on to knotless. The knotless setup is a lot different. Typically, it's 4 pieces that you use to start the braid. So what you're gonna do is you're going to have a small piece followed by a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger. And the primary difference here is the braid is started with the root at the root with the client's hair only. So it starts like a regular plait. Okay. Almost like you were just gonna do a regular plait. Then the small piece of extension goes underneath. It's braided in. Followed by another piece that's braided in. Now, what this does is, yes, it's very light. It looks very natural. The issue is, oh, another thing, at the end of the appointment, the client can move the hair around any way that they want because there's nothing that's on the root except the client's hair. However, over time, what's gonna happen is your client's hair is gonna start to grow out. That's gonna be the first thing. And then you're gonna have new growth here. So the wear for knotless braids is typically about a month, maybe a month and a half on someone who has slower growing hair. So these are just 2 things to keep in mind when you're explaining to your client the difference between a traditional box braid and a knotless box braid.